Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope y'all are doing well. Today we have some very exciting news to share. If you didn't already see the announcements from Tamashii Nations, we finally got our announcements for the Paris World Tour. So as you know, this Denji has been kind of just in limbo for the last few months. I'm not sure why it took so long for them to say something about him again, but we're finally here. So he is, being commercialized. And he will come. We already have seen an in-person prototype that they've been showing off, so I don't think he's super far off personally. But we don't really know what other things he comes with, what kind of price he would be like. But now I'm assuming, right, he comes with Pochita, obviously. It looks like Pochita may come with an alternate expression as well, just because there's no reason for that seam to be there, on his face if you can see it. For Denji, I think this is a new face we've also seen, as well as the hands. So it's leading me to believe, I think that they would want to kind of compete with Figma and give Denji all the accessories that Figma gave him for his regular version. That would make sense, but personally I think it makes sense that this guy should be a budget release, just because when I look at it, like, you already have paid $65, maybe more, if you didn't get him at retail for whatever reason. And then you have to pay for his regular form, which realistically all you want is the head and the neck and maybe the arms and the hands, right? Nothing else. You don't really want the whole body. I feel like he should be a general release. I mean, not general, a budget release. And I don't know. They probably won't do that, just because, look, he's already come with Pochita. There's a chance he's going to come with some other stuff too. And hopefully they aren't going to do the whole DLC thing, because, I mean, some people, again, were bummed out that he didn't come with this this face, hair, hands, and whatnot already. So we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, I mean, he looks good. Just from the last few months we've seen him sitting in a display, he looks good. I do hope that they announce, like, an Aki figure or Makima, I guess. Because I do want to see the roster expand and not just be the same characters. But yeah, that's it for Denji here. Moving on, we've got our boy Trafalgar Law. We kind of already had an idea that this is the new figure that was coming once they teased it. And yeah, I love Trafalgar Law. He's like top 3 One Piece character, but I'm not sure what I don't. Let me say this. I think that Tamashii Nations is doing really good. Okay, with soft plastic in some areas, but they're not doing it in all areas. When it comes to blocking off the articulation up here, it just feels off. Now I will say that there looks like there's a seam or a cut back here, so maybe he can get more articulation and range than most other characters have had, with a full piece of clothing covering them with soft plastic. But still, it's just, I'm 50-50 on it right now. Gohan and Piccolo were not really it for me. And I don't really think you should feel like you need to do modifications to get any extra range out of them. They should just kind of already be able to do that at this point with what they've been capable for with other characters. And when I think of soft plastic, I think of really thin, flexible material, not the hard, kind of little bendy plastic, right? No. So that's kind of my concern. But otherwise, I mean, he looks very great, vibrant colors and all that stuff. The tattoos look great. Hopefully they don't rub off, and hopefully they give him an alt head with without the hat and whatnot, so we can kind of recreate different scenes. But also, hopefully they randomly decide to announce Kid, because it'd be nice to have them paired together. I can't really see them announcing Big Mom like anytime soon, just because 2 big characters that fast. Oh my god, We'll see though. But yeah, other than that, he looks good. I'm not sure what they're gonna do for the cape. Would have loved for it to be soft goods, because there's a lot more posability there than just soft plastic, because it's a fixed sculpt, right? So I guess we'll see how that goes. But yeah, otherwise he looks great, and I am very excited for the One Piece line. We got a new tease for Gear 5 Luffy, I believe, in a display. But nothing too different than what we've already seen him posed as, just sitting there laughing the whole time. So, yeah, hopefully some more details drop on that soon. And lastly, we have something from Berserk. Now, I'll say this now. I have no idea anything about Berserk. So, if I mess up, you let me know in the comments. But this is Guts as far as I understand, and it's him in his Berserker Armor or Berserker Armor, however it's pronounced. And I gotta say, looks pretty cool. I believe there was a video, an article that came out with, I want to say the designer, the person kind of behind, this concept or whatever, for figure form. And I believe somewhere in that video, people were spotting this exact design somewhere, right? And it's kind of crazy that it already has been revealed to be coming. And hey, for the Berserk fans out there, I'm sure that they're happy, because I've seen a lot of people talking about that they would much rather want to buy this one than the other guts, or, if they had to choose. A lot of people would just buy all of them. But yeah, this guy, he looks pretty cool. And I mean, it doesn't look like he's super different than, the other guts, I guess we have, because they're both kind of starting to have armor. But yeah, he's the same sword and whatnot. And it'd be cool if the eyes glowed. I won't lie. If the eyes actually glowed, that would be cool. But we'll have to see. But for all of these, there is no other details. We just have to wait for them to drop that production, information, when they release, when's pre-order, how much it will be. I'm estimating that this guy might be the same price as Guts, if not maybe a little less. And then Law, I think he could be like the average. I don't see him coming with too much. They would really have to like show out for Law. He's got so many different like special abilities, and from Onigashima alone, I don't know if they're gonna do that. They might give him like a room and shambles ability, like the effect piece to make it look like he's creating the room or whatever. I just can't see them doing too much. They might give him an effect for the blade, but I really just can't see him doing it. It's too vast and wide, and I don't think they want to give all that to him in one release. Just personally, they don't seem to always do that well with accessories like that. And Denji, of course, they're going to compete with Figma, so I'm hoping that they give him the accessories anyway. But yeah, that concludes this little news segment for now. I'm sure that more information will drop relatively soon, and I'm sure that New York Comic-Con stuff is going to drop soon. We already got little details dropping for the New York store. They're participating in New York Comic-Con for Tamashii Nations. They will have Figuarts Zero, SSJ3, Dragon Fist Goku, and an Ultraman figure kind of as a store exclusive. But we don't know what the event exclusives are, if there are any. And I'm personally hoping there's nothing too crazy that is skippable, because it's a busy end of this year with figures coming out. But I guess we'll find out. So stay tuned for that kind of news. Should be relatively soon, because October is going to be rolling around here any minute now. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.